All right.
Okay, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. Happy,
Morning.
we're happy to be here, back at it. And this is the IJS podcast, and we are here. And I am India, and this is my daughter.
Jayla.
Okay. So this is a different podcast, a mother-daughter duo podcast, and that's what makes us different. So we are here and we're excited about the new season. So what is our topic for today?
Our topic is focusing on the HBCU experience, the ups and downs of the HBCU experience, my experience. Yeah, that is our topic for today.
Yeah, so this is your third year at Clark Atlanta University, and you're going to talk about your experience, and I'm going to talk about my experience as a parent. I know that, as parents are really, really going through um, the experience with our children, but it's a great experience. At the end, if your child can get a college degree, then that is the goal, We're
I
going
get
We're gonna walk across that stage and we're gonna get our pictures and videos and all of that great stuff and have a smile on our face. It's not always going to be unicorns in the sky. So yeah.
it.
So do you want to talk about your overall experience or talk about your past year or your
Hell, hell. Excuse my language, but hell. I mean, I don't even know where to start from.
start at your last semester? Go.
Last semester, fall semester of my junior year. Um, I had a lot going on, a lot happened. Life was lifing, life happened. It was just the worst. I was taking that was my like second or third semester taking 6 classes, so that was already piling on the stuff. And then I had personal stuff that piled on, and it was a lot. It was definitely a lot, and I really like to. I ended up having one B, I think. The rest of my grades were A's. I had one B. So I pulled everything off. I was good. I pulled it off, being able to push through the semester and push through all the anxiety, depression, all that extra. Um, I got back into therapy because it was needed. Yeah, go on your college campuses and seek therapy because they most likely have it for free because a lot of us are struggling. But honestly, just it was a lot. It was a lot. It was definitely a lot. Like,
So
mm,
let's take the piece of taking different courses. Um,
yeah,
and
6 courses is a lot. That's 18 credit hours. So because I'm a poli-sci major, I have to take at least 6 classes a couple of semesters to make sure I'm on track to graduate, which they didn't tell me that we needed to do my freshman year. But I had just found out, I'm like, okay, let me just go ahead and take my 6 classes so I'm not putting the jam because they're your advisors, your professors, some of them, I will say, they are not going to most likely help you unless you're a I really want to get into it. Like a lot of HBCUs are they pick and choose who they want to help, pick and choose who they want to deal with. And if you're not like, I'm sorry, mommy, I'm about to just be totally honest. If you're not kissing ass, if you're not doing a whole bunch and you're not in the mix and you're not like doing the absolute most to be seen, a lot of people are not going to help you out or do things for you. And I'm not that kind of person. Anybody that knows me, especially now, high school Jayla, she was more, oh, I love people and oh my gosh, I'm glad to be here. And I'm not like that anymore. I don't do the most. I don't care. I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, do not care. I don't care to be seen. And that's a lot of this. It's just me. I can walk into a room and not have to say anything and I'm noticed. But a lot of people come in and they do the most and they make a whole bunch of noise and just extra. I don't have to do all that. But understanding that, okay, now I need to put myself in these positions and, talk to these people is very important because you're not going to get the same opportunities that, the people that they be picking and choosing, you're not going to get them if you don't, you know, at least make yourself seen or make yourself fit in those small spaces. Like I know even the last literally last semester I had a professor, literally all my professors, like I came to class, I did what I had to. I'm not a really outspoken person. Like I'll talk if I need to, but I don't do too much. But one of my professors was like, she exempted me from, we had a 16-page final. And I'm like, I'm dragging, finals is around my birthday. I'm like, I don't want to do this. I can't do this. Why is we doing this? So I'm like, okay, I was mentally preparing for it. And then she sent me a message and came, she was like, I really appreciate your hard work in the class. And if they mind you, I'm not even thinking that this lady has noticed me. We rarely talk. Like I come in, I say, hey, how you doing? But it's nothing like too much. I don't think, and that's what we be saying. You be thinking people don't be noticing you and people don't be watching you, and people are literally aware of you and how much is in you. That's how I feel. I walk with so much in me and so much purpose in me, so much of God in me that literally people are aware of me. So she ended up accepting me. And I was like, I sent her a message back and I was like, in a time, especially where I didn't feel noticed by a lot of people and I didn't feel like appreciated or valued, it was really like, wow, like somebody actually noticed me. Somebody actually understood I'm putting in this work. Like, at least somebody gets it. Shoot, I'm putting in some work. I'm doing something because it was a lot that last semester. So it was just kind of like, I was very appreciative of that. And especially because one of my favorite professors, she left the school. She left the school. And I was just like, dang, I don't have nobody here. I don't got nothing. I'm like, I'm gonna have to start all over. But honestly, it was very eye-opening and a really good thing. And then on top of that, my work study on top of that. So I found a whole bunch of new people that really value me and really they love me and I love them. Like that has been probably that was the best part of last semester, the best part of my year because even before my junior year, I was not very like active on campus and I really didn't do too much. I really didn't go I was in my dorm. I didn't do nothing. Freshman year and sophomore year, I really did not do anything. Sophomore year, I worked at Walmart, so I was really occupied. I really couldn't do much on campus. Like I do not do too much. But now, me working on campus, I'm here, and you have people that really want to genuinely see you do well. And like we host different events, they feed me. Y'all know they feed me every chance they get. I get a plate because they host so many events, and I just love it. I be like, and I've never had a job, that I genuinely want to go. Like when I came back last week, I was like, let me go see them. That's immediately who I wanted to go see on campus. I don't want to go to class. I don't want to see these people in my class. I want to go and work. That's what I want to do. But that was definitely a highlight as well. So if you can get into spaces to where people will truly appreciate you and it's not a whole bunch of mess and messiness, because it's a lot of that in organization, not just organizations, but leadership, student leadership, they be having their stuff too. A lot of people think it's all glitz and glamour, but they be having their stuff too. Everybody, it ain't what it seems. I can promise you that everything is not what it seems. But if you get in spaces to where people are appreciative of you and understand your value, you'll get to where that you need to go. Like, and that's why I said Dr. Greer, she set me up really good. I wasn't even really looking for an internship my sophomore year. I was just like, you know what, let me just go for it. Let me just do it because she sent the opportunity. And that was the only person I can say that was sending us opportunities and was like, you know what, apply for this internship or do this or come here for this community service or do that. She was the only one out of really our whole department that was really like giving us stuff to do. So it was just kind of like, you know what, I'm gonna just go for it. And she was my advisor basically for my internship course. And like she really made sure, checked on me weekly and really make sure that I was doing okay. Like, and we need people like that in those spaces because everybody's not gonna do that for you. I promise you, they're gonna let you suffer. Like, I've had my one of my advisors literally give me the runaround, literally last semester. I'm trying to meet with you, and you not even in your office when we set a specific time. And it's no dig to him, but it's just like, why do y'all do that? Why do y'all give people the run even daggone financial aid, admission, all of that? They give the runaround, registrar's office, they give the runaround. And then on top of that, people get mad when you ask them to do their job. How are you mad at me because I'm asking you to get something done for me? That don't make no sense. And then you want to catch an attitude and that crazy. It's not me, it's you, I promise. If y'all did y'all stuff and did what y'all needed to do, wouldn't nobody have nothing to say. But y'all wait till the last minute to do stuff. Y'all are unorganized. It's just it's I ain't gonna say it's all bad, but it has been a lot.
Yeah, I think it has. I think coming from your freshman year to your sophomore year to your junior year, it has been a true experience. And I
Mhm.
think even with the struggles of last semester, it was your best semester in a sense because you were just coming off of an internship with a federal agency. That was a whole process and getting you to that point. And, even with the work study set up, you got the runaround for a good while from that. They put it on your financial aid package, but how am I going to get it? And
Mhm.
if I am going to get it, what opportunity, when I feel like communication is a big key to HBCU life in a sense. Yes, you can fault the people that are unorganized that don't have the best interests of the children, but also I think that the students have to take action as well. It's not up to us parents to go in there and say, hey, you put work study on there. What job is she going to, or he or she is going to? What are the steps? And I think it took you a minute to get to the point where you are too, because when you first went up there to financial aid, it was like, oh, we'll call you. Oh, well, come back at this time and this person will be here and they'll tell you. And then when you went, the person wasn't even there. So you're back at, I mean, it's just a game. But if you trust God through everything as we do, it will all work out in the end. And it really, really did because it was a tough time. It was just like, they burnt down your employment.
I cannot get over that. I will never get over that. Just the fact that it was really like, and for people working in college, like it's definitely you have to balance, like you have to, and I think that I can do another little side part on that, or like how to upkeep a good GPA. I have a 3.85 GPA. Let's just give it up for that. But just the fact that I was able to, manage my time and like, but that's beyond that. But I went from working, I was making like a good 2 bands or something a month. I was used to it. I was good. Like sophomore year, I was up. And then they burnt down Walmart. So I'm like, okay, like what am I gonna do? And I didn't work for a while. And then I was just like, I really don't want to go back to Walmart. I don't want to do that. But nobody else wants to hire me. And you get into a thing of, how am I going to handle this? Or how am I going to pay bills? Or how am I going to, get groceries? What am I going to do? And that happened up until I got my work study, like, because I was really like panicking like the first couple weeks of school because I'm like, it's not like I don't want to work. I want to work. I want to, and it shouldn't be, and that's one thing I learned, it shouldn't be solely about the money. Like it shouldn't be, that should not be your main purpose. And that's why I say, I'm very appreciative of my work study and the people that are in there because they are really offering me much more than a simple job could offer. Like I'm doing audits, I'm doing like I'm hosting events, and what else am I doing? We have a like a what they call it, mommy? Oh my God, I'm blanking.
you're having networking events with Google, I
Yeah,
think it
yeah,
is.
we had an event with Google. We did, and Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Um we have a TV station. That's what I meant. It's like a TV station kind of in the in our office. But just I told you that. I told you that.
I don't remember that.
We have a whole thing. It's a whole setup in there. But just stuff like that, like stuff that's setting me up. And then on top of that, like with those events, like they'll have partnering with the companies and it's like, we'll offer these internships to the students on campus. And then we automatically, it's like, oh, put our name down there for that too. Cause I mean, I don't care. I'll take anything. I really listen, as long as it's good experience, I'll take it. But just little stuff like that I really appreciate because it's like you won't get that anywhere else. Like I can't complain about it. I really can't. And it's convenient. I'm on campus. Like
I
that's as best as it gets.
I keep saying the greatest thing that you ever experienced in college was being away from home and in a city of opportunity. And you can't,
Eh, I mean, I don't I guess. Like I said, I really love that I could get away from home and experience life on my not necessarily on my own, but on my own. Like I'm really by myself most of the time. I don't really have many friends. I don't go out and I don't do too much. I didn't. I should say I do more now. But I appreciate getting away from home because there's nothing to offer me at home. Why am I gonna sit at home when there's nothing to offer me? But at the same time, is Atlanta really where I want to be? No. I genuinely like it's just it's definitely a lot going on, definitely a lot of opportunities, but it's a lot going on. Like it's always literally always something, literally always some mess, literally always people acting crazy. I just be like, what is wrong with y'all? Why do y'all act like that? And it's not maybe it's just me because I don't come from that. I don't come from chaos. That's not my life. I've never experienced chaos in my life. Like I'm a very peaceful person. I come from peaceful family. I don't do all that. So for me to like see that, I'm like, it's not for me. It's not for me. I'm definitely a suburb girl. Like I need to be around some stuff. I need to be able to drive comfortably because I hate Atlanta's roads and all that. It just gives me all anxiety. I hate it. I don't like it. Very much I say a 3 out of 10 for me personally. But it may work for other people, but it won't work for me. Like I said, if I have it my way, I really will be in like DC or in that area. Like, because when I went to DC for my internship this summer, I absolutely loved it. That is definitely right up my alley. Right up my alley. I love it there. But Atlanta, nah.
you crack me up
Mhm.
because anywhere that I can go, and I've been to a lot of cities, it's like home, a second home to me. The DMV has always been like a second home to us, whether we was going to University of Maryland, whether we were going to see family, whatever, that's the great thing about it is you have family, a little bit of family everywhere in a sense. That you can go to their house and say, hey, or if you need anything, I appreciate the family that have supported you and while you have been down there, whether we call or text, whatever, and made that initiative to say, you know what, she is a student at Clark Atlanta. Let me reach out to her. So it's not easy being a college student. I keep telling other parents that because we put a lot of what should I say, a lot of pressure on y'all students to make a decision on who you're going to be, what do you want to be by your senior year. You
Mhm.
should know where you want to be. And everybody doesn't have that in their mind to select one specific thing that you want to master in. It like you're
It
not going,
don't work like
huh?
it just life don't work like that.
It does
I
not.
think a lot of people it's especially now, like the thing that you sent me last night, I gotta get a degree, try and find a job after that degree that I'm supposed to work at until I'm 70 years old. sit at a desk until I'm 70 years old, and then I got to drive Uber on the weekends just to afford my groceries. And me, I'm heavy upkeep. I gotta have my hair done. I gotta do a whole bunch of stuff. Gotta have my feet done. I need to have a nice place to stay. I ain't staying in nobody's trenches. I'm not doing that. Not doing nothing. I need to be well set off. I shouldn't even I need to, I will be because I'm going to be blessed. But it don't work like that for everybody. And just you can't, that's why I said people want to limit you. And this American dream, people want to limit you to just one sector and one, you can only do one thing, whereas you can do multiple things as long as it's your passion and as long as it's something that you really want to do. You can't limit yourself in a box, literally. Like I was talking about it the other week. Like a lot of people thought that I was only one thing, or I wasn't gonna go any further than what I had already
Mhm.
post high school. I don't think a lot of people, even after, a lot of people were asking me anytime I'm home, it's like, oh, you're back here? Or what are you doing here? I'm just on a short break, y'all. I'm not here for long. I am not. But that's what a lot of people don't think that you're going to be much more than what they expected. And I think I really feel like that I have been very successful and I'm not where I really, and that's what I said, I'm not where I really would like to be. But as far as I'm concerned, for my junior year, I have done very well for myself. Um, so yeah, I just don't let people put you in a box and don't let people think, she can't be more, he can't be more than what he already is. Like there's so much life to live and so much opportunity out here, regardless of wherever that you are. It's all about what you want to do and how you want to define yourself and who you want to be in this world and who God wants you to be as well. What has he put in you and what do you envision? What does he put out in front of you and be like, you know what, I can do that. Like I can be that. So yeah.
I love seeing that. I love seeing your growth. I love seeing you taking the leap, even when you don't want to. I love to see you evolving and getting out more because we were saying to you, you got to get out of that room. Like, real, you have to get out of that room and see the campus, meaning you have Morehouse over here, you have Spelman over here, you have Clark Atlanta right here. It's a mixture of lots of college kids. And I know we said it before on this podcast, but um HBCUs are different. Yes, you have your PWIs, yes. And they are great, but you're not going to get the same love and guidance and like real true growth within the HBCU. It's no comparison at all. Um, so I just feel like that you were put on the right path. You chose the right school for you, even though it may not seem like that at times.
Yeah.
I think it was the right position for you to grow.
Oh
Meaning,
yeah, definitely for me to get away and for me to see a light. But and even now that I'm looking at it, I don't know if really anywhere would have been okay. Like any other, I don't know, because a lot of kids at HBCUs are having problems. Um, but it's just like, you gotta, if you're already there, like by the time that I really was like, I do not like it here. Like I actually hate it here. It's too far gone. Like I'm a junior. I can't do nothing. I have to stay. I have to finish. I can't transfer or I'm gonna be like, I won't graduate on time or something like that. I don't have time for that. I want to get out the door. But am I really like die hard for my HBCU? Absolutely not. No.
yeah,
Just being real. Like, and a lot of people, I feel like a lot of people would be like that. If I went back my senior year of high school and I was just like, I don't know. Would I have made a different decision? I'm not sure. Just looking at it differently now, because it's definitely like it's not what I expected it to be. And I tell everybody that, like, if you want to go to school, HBCU, PWI, whatever, community college, whatever, you have to really do your research on that school, get a feel of the people, go on your tours, do all that. Even when I went on my tour, I didn't, I thought, oh my God, like this just seems like it's gonna be great. And it and I think it played in a part of when I came into school as well. That was like really COVID was still kind of going on. So it was just like, okay, it was real awkward. They didn't really have a lot of stuff going on campus like they do now. But then on top of that, the people that I ran into, all this crazy stuff that happened, I really had an experience at the least. I need that's why I said I just told Monty and Chaz last night. My life is a movie. I have had some craziness going, especially in these past couple years. It has been crazy. A whole movie. I just don't know. And I don't know how, that's what I said. This stuff that I done been through, it would have knocked some people out. People wouldn't even be able to deal with that, but
Grown people, like experienced, seasoned people,
mhm,
my age, some of the stuff that you have been through, and I think that's a part of growth too, of your maturity level. And a lot of people
ain't
won't be
there.
able to walk that same walk, and that's your walk. That is your true walk, and meaning you have experience things that older people have not even experienced, and you are able to see people in another viewpoint because you come from a family of, or me, I'll just say me, of, it's just like, oh no, people don't mean it like that, and yeah, they mean it like that. So
People mean exactly how they show you. I don't care about no words. I don't care about nothing. People do what they gonna do, and you have to go based off of what they do. Don't go based what they say, go off what they do. Because their actions is gonna speak louder than their words at any given time. I it's a lot. It's a lot. People are very different. People are
but
very different.
but hold on, if your uncle Maurice told you that at your graduation
He
party,
did. He said at my graduation party, I'll never forget that. Everybody was giving their speeches. He told me college people are weird. College people are very weird. They're very different. You're gonna get the preppy people with the nice cars and they got the money, and then you got the ratchets. Then you got the people that ain't got no sense when they come to school because their parents ain't let them do nothing. It's a lot. And then there's people like me.
mm-hmm,
I came in and it's high school popularity people as well. You holding on to who you were in high school and you were this, you were that. You're not that no more. You especially if you're not from here, that it's an ego thing. Cause I had to check myself too. This is not, and that was me my freshman year. Like just I ain't gonna say the crowd that I was really hanging around, but I was really having an identity crisis. I feel like that was not me. I don't know who that lady was. That was not me. I don't know who that was. Like I could put it on, I could do whatever, but like me being I'm a shy person, but me being so suppressed and like me not like actually like showing who I am or like being me, it was just like, that was not me. Like I don't know who that was, but again, you have to understand and stand true in who you are and what you believe in and all that because college will really take you on a roller coaster and you got to stand firm in who you are because you will lose yourself and lose your mind
you will.
and then your grades will slip and then you ain't going to class and I ain't never did that. But a lot of people do that. Like they don't show up for class and it's really a lot. It's really crazy, but just the fact of just growing and becoming even because I've always been mature. I've always had a further mindset than most people, just being able to, grow and be who I need to be. It's I'm glad that I am where I am because a lot of people, even as juniors, are not there yet. Mentally, none of that. You're not where you need to be. And if you think you're going to go out into the real world, and that's where a lot of people are. And a lot of our professors are like, y'all, because I'm a poli-sci major. So a lot of those people want to go to law school. I'm not going to law school. I don't want to do it. No, thank you. I've already made up my mind. I made up my mind my freshman year. Not doing all that. But A lot of people want to go to law school, but a lot of people complain about reading, or a lot of people complain about, oh, it's too much work and it's too many papers and oh my God. And then they sit on their phone all day and listen, I'm paying almost $40,000 a year in tuition. If you think that I'm gonna sit on my phone in class, you must be out your mind. I'm not doing that. It's stupid. Why would you do that? People, and if the people that you hanging around or your parents or whatever don't know that you're in class and I've got stuff going on, they just as dumb as you are. Because what are y'all doing? It's out of this, it's out of my, I never understood that. Even people that are disruptive during class and all that, making a whole bunch of noise, it irritates me to a different level. It really do. I can't do it. Like I understand, and that's it's a whole another different topic, but a lot of our professors, like we have older professors, so they're very much stuck in their ways. They don't, they ain't with none of that. I have a whole thing of, and that's just where I come from. You respect your elders, regardless. Now, I can see if they disrespect you, okay,
Mhm.
cool. But if you just outright disrespecting people, you have no respect of your elders, you just talking any kind of way, you doing any kind of thing. It's very unnecessary. And I really do not like people like that. Like it really hits a different nerve in me because it's like you paying a whole bunch of money to sit here and not do nothing or
Yeah.
just be disruptive or be disrespectful. It's definitely a lot, but we have it's a lot of that, and I think it's just our generation too, because a lot of people don't want to put in the work. A lot of people don't want to. A lot of people think that things are going to be handed to them,
Mhm.
and I get a lot of people can say I'm spoiled and whatever. I'll be that, but understand that I can be spoiled, but I work for everything that I want. I put in the work. I feel like if I do all that I need to do, I got a 3.85 GPA. Yeah, I should get what I want. But a lot, but a lot of people don't want to put in no work. I'm gonna put my work. I go to work. I make my little bit of money. I'm gonna treat myself every now and again. Every time I get paid, I get good grades. I show up to class. I do all that I need to do. But people don't be doing that, and then they expect for people to be handing them something. Oh, I'm gonna hand you this. I'm gonna hand you. You gonna be in the. It's just.
Listen, there are a lot of things that I want to touch on, but first of all, life does not, and I need people to understand this. Nobody's going to give you anything, meaning that's grades, that's financial aid, that's housing. I don't care where you go in this life, meaning nobody's going to give you a job just because, meaning you're not going to have to work in your job. Yeah, a lot of jobs make you comfortable, but that keeps you in a box in a sense, meaning you're not going to make more money. You're going to be in that position for that same position in 20 years. There's not going to be any growth. And you're just going to keep bouncing here, bouncing there to job to job to job. You have to have some type of consistency and actual growth. There should be going up the ladder, going up the chart. There, like I keep a log of what I made uh what 20 years ago until now. And when I started out, from when I was going to school, going to college at Dell State, I was making 10.19 an hour. $10 and 19 cents an hour.
How much I'm making?
And to see my growth now when I go through actually getting my bachelor's degree to uh completing all of my requirements up for I think about three of them for my master's that I haven't completed just because of personal reasons. But there you have to work for everything. Like in the process of that, I've had to work at my job. I've had to do some things that I didn't want to do. I've had to work with some people that I didn't want to work with. Absolutely didn't. So when you guys are going into these spaces of dealing with professors that don't match your energy, meaning they coming in there, they don't like y'all little bossy entitled kids. They just don't because they didn't come from that generation. They came from a generation they had to work for everything. They ain't come from this. Oh, the parents gonna do everything for them. They're gonna write their papers. They're gonna take their tests. There's a reason why distance learning is in place for some because your parents are doing your work. Some of y'all, I'm
So
not
sad.
doing no work.
Could never.
You're gonna do your own work.
Yo.
So, it's just online learning and being in person can work for many of people. I was an online distance learning worker, meaning that I did both and I took classes in the meantime too in the physical form. So I get that viewpoint, but I also get you have to work hard for everything. And I'm glad that you learned that early, meaning that even in sports, nobody's going to hand you anything. So you got that lesson early, meaning you worked hard
And
and
if you work hard, don't expect anything. Because
yes,
it's not going to, I promise you, even if you do, you can put all the work in, you can put your name out there, you can do the absolute most, but I promise you, some people are going to snub you and make you feel like you ain't did nothing, but you have to be, I don't need a trophy. I don't need a little trophy, a little thing to hang up on the wall for me to understand. I can create my own trophy. I can do anything. I can give it to myself. And that's the hope. You have to put yourself first and you have to really don't depend on nobody else to give you a pat on the back. Cause I promise y'all, it ain't always gonna happen. It ain't always gonna happen.
you don't need people to validate your value, your worth, who you are as an individual. If you get that inside of you, that fire inside of you, and you're not dependent on anyone to tell you anything, life goes so much smoother. And I've had to learn that too at almost 40, meaning I don't care about any awards. I'm going to do my work and I know what I can do. I can run circles around people all day long. But is that trophy or is that award going to go like the one in back of me right now? It's going to collect dust at the end of the day. I'm going to look at it every couple of days and it's just like, okay, that was great of me to do. But at the same time, you still got to press on. Next level. You should always be reaching a next level. And you should always be putting the work in when you think people are not even looking. And if you're a great worker, everybody is going to be sitting up like, you know what? How do they do what they do? No different than us too. Meaning people will sit and have conversations now as soon as I walk in the room. Oh, how's your daughter doing? Why, why,
Right.
why are you asking about my daughter? You never met her a day in your life.
That's what I be saying. People be sitting back and watching, literally trying to figure out what's going on. Or that's why I said people really didn't expect for me to do what I'm doing or be where I'm at. And it's sad because if you look at them or look at their kids, it's like, oh, they ain't doing nothing.
I
It's,
think that,
it's so sad. Mm.
we talk about it all the time, my mother and I, about I don't know why people thought or think what they think. We come from greatness at the end of the day, continued greatness, and it's always going to be great, even when the skies are gray.
Period.
um, we're good. And I'm so proud. I can't say it enough. I am so proud of my kids in a sense. I don't have to be out here doing nothing crazy. I'm not taking anyone's money. I'm not out here scamming. I'm working hard. My kids are working hard. And that's just what it is at the end of the day. And I'm just forever grateful for our family that have taught us well in a sense. We may not always agree. Because me and my daughter, we two different people. Two different people. You know, I've got different families that are in me. She got different families that's in her that is just like, you know, we don't always agree. We were
We
just on the
don't.
phone last night, like battling. And I'm just like, I don't care what you're saying. Then when I got off the phone, I was just like, you know what, India, that was pretty insensitive what you said. Uh, but I mean, I'm not gonna make an excuse for it. I'm just gonna say It is what it is. Like, that's who I am. That's what's in me. So I'm always going to promote what is best for you at the time. What is going to be best for your future, your growth. Don't always be like, you know what, I'm going to miss out on something, because you're not going to miss out on anything. If it came this time, it'll come again. Um, so it is what it is, but I love the fact that you are excelling in the right direction and you're at a HBCU. And, I think that your brother looks up to you. And, he was heavy on, I'm going to a PWI. Oh, really? Okay. And then when we went out there for homecoming at Dell State, it's just like, I need to be up there, mommy. Can we go out there? No, we can't. That's
That's
not
not
your
for
age.
you.
Absolutely not. you know. So the fraternities have opened his eyes into something different. And I love to see that, because, that's what you're going to get. It's a different love for HBCUs. It's a different setup. And I love to see that in all of y'all kids, to see your growth. We have Reed down there at Norfolk State that is the ambassador now, for the guides. And it's just like, to see y'all really doing that, meaning that y'all were introverts, don't like people, and to see y'all blossoming into, you know what? I love little kids. I love to see y'all. I'll help you in any way. That's what, our purpose was, in a sense. So it's a couple of y'all out here doing the work, and I'm just so proud of y'all. Um, that y'all stayed on the right path, that y'all are not all over the place. Because I think that's the best thing that I'm so proud of. That I get those phone calls of, you know, as others have gotten, because I had a coworker, her daughter went away to school, and she was always getting those phone calls. Mommy, I just wrecked my car, and this person, she fell out, she got so drunk, she fell out of a second story building, knocked all her teeth out. It's things that you're just grateful for.
Okay. Just knock
That
all your teeth out too.
so I just, again, I'm just forever grateful, for the story. Uh and I am excited for your graduation party, because we have a lot to discuss of how we can prepare the next generation of college students, uh, going forward. And I think that's part of your purpose as well. I'll put that in there.
Absolutely.
you know,
Mm. Mm-mm.
yeah. But for me to be a college student when you were born, uh, is just a really good transition of, you know, you can make it work for you. And life doesn't have to be horrible, in a sense. And that's the great thing about our story, being a generational curse breaker.
Mhm.
It's not always negative, in a sense. Yeah, I got pregnant early, but I made my life work for me. It hasn't been perfect at all for any of us. Life has not been perfect, but can you live comfortably now in your apartment? Absolutely.
I just needed one bedroom.
She's heavy on that now, y'all, after
For
3 years, because she's had some doozies, boy, I tell you. But we'll save that for another time. Man,
real. Oof.
come get me now.
As soon as possible. As soon as possible. Go ahead and drive down here, catch a flight, do whatever. I need to go.
And I think that's the one thing I will say this. Um, Before y'all parents say that y'all will agree to staying the weekend with y'all college, because I had this bright idea. You know what? I'm gonna go stay with Jay. She's got her new apartment. I'm gonna go stay with her. We're gonna go out to more houses. And Spelman's homecoming. We're just gonna have a grand time. And it was not what I thought it was. I didn't stay on the college campus. I stayed off campus. I had a baby, but apparently I missed out on a lot of fun and all of that good stuff. So,
Chaos.
um,
She missed out on chaos. That's all that it is, a bunch of chaos.
listen, and I think God knew. He knew my toleration level. I know he knows me
Mhm.
because he knew what you experienced wasn't for me. So
Yeah, I have
I'm
a high tolerance. I hate that for me, but I have a high tolerance. I'm too nice. I'm way too nice.
yeah, my tolerance level is definitely different. I'm nice. I I'm the nicest sister out of all of them. Don't look like that. I am. I am the nicest.
I'm the nice sister, Jasmine. Yeah, she's not very. She's not me.
Again, night and day, meaning that you got that piece of me, she got that piece of me. So, everybody is definitely different, but go, I'll say this, y'all college parents, go stay with your kids one good time. It'll change your whole life.
I'm telling you, y'all don't understand what your kids are going through. Cause child, it's ugh. I don't,
Listen,
people above me. That's the only bad thing about staying in an apartment. I don't know what they be having going on. They be blowing me all this moving stuff. I be one of my roommates. They put the broom up on the wall and was
yeah.
doing the. Because why is you making all that noise? You was not like, what are you doing? Oh, they blow me, but. Even my apartment, it's not terrible. I like the area. Um, like I said, I love a one bedroom. Have my own space. It'll be my nice and quiet space. But student apartments, this is a lot. And then you got to think about it. That's why I say Atlanta people, they're very different. Because the leasing office people, they're just
Oh yeah, we didn't
no,
even.
but now we've been good the past when we came back. They seem that they got some sense. They
Yeah,
seem like they got some sense. But last semester they was acting crazy. They was acting real crazy.
because they wanted to charge you what, a couple hundred
Uh,
dollars for
For some trash. That wasn't mine. Who was doing that? Absolutely not.
eviction. If you don't pay this fine of X amount of $100, then we're going to evict you. You're
And
gonna
the lady was trying to go back and forth with me over an email. I said, I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna speak to you in front of your face. Who are you talking to? And it's not that same, it's not that same energy when you get in their face. Like, don't try and play with me. That's what I be saying. I'm very nice. I don't do too much. I'm calm. But I feel like once you get me there and once you start trying to play with me, that's when I gotta turn up. Like, I don't like that. Like, just be cool. Just act like you got some sense. But I wasn't paying no daggone $200 for no trash. I was not. She lost her mind. For what that wasn't mine. Now I could have understood if it was mine. And y'all can pull up on these cameras that I put trash out there, but I ain't paying no $200 for no absolutely not.
mm-mm.
That's
No,
that's what they trying. That's what they trying to do though. Atlanta is a very scammer filled city. It's full of scamming, full of people trying to make a quick buck, do crazy stuff, and you ain't finna get me. You ain't finna get me.
it's a melting pot of different cities. And a lot of people go to Atlanta as a new opportunity. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad city because, like I said, it's different. But you can go there to have a good time. And
Atlanta is a good weekend city. It's a
yeah,
good weekend city. But if you stay here for a while, you gonna understand why people think the way that they think. And then they be like, it's not the people from Atlanta, it's the people coming in that are doing all of this. No, it's Atlanta people. Because I ran into Atlanta people that were very nasty. I never forget my 20th birthday. I went in the Sun Building and me and Zora was taking pictures. And the man that was working in there, he was just so, but and it's not all of them. I shouldn't say all people,
Yeah.
but some people they're just so rude and so nasty. Like, why do you act like that? Like he was just yelling at us and doing too much. And then the other man came, he was like, he was just having a bad day and da da da. Don't take that out on me. But some people will really take care of you and really be nice to you, but then there's those other people. And it all depends because you got to think about it. Old Atlanta and New Atlanta is two totally different places. And a lot of people that were in the city and that were living here, a lot they get pushed out because they can't afford it. So I can get it. I can understand it. It's a lot of envy. It's a lot of like trying to figure out why these college kids is coming here and they can do all this and we've been here our whole lives and we can I get it. But don't play with me. I will not be your test dummy. You
Yeah.
will not treat me no kind of way because you're angry. Work harder, do what you need to do. That ain't on me, that's on you.
But
Period.
you have met a lot of great people down there though, Jay. I can't say that. Uh
Yeah.
that have helped you. I don't know
That
if you would
yes.
have huh?
Yes, I can agree.
I don't think that you would have gotten that necessarily here, meaning Dr. Greer, uh,
Okay.
other people in your department that you're working for now. I don't think that you would have gotten that here. I mean, because we're limited here too, in a sense, in Delaware, of what they can offer you. And like I said, everybody has different things that are going on with them in that particular day. Doesn't mean that it's okay to treat people any kind of way. And I will remember this when we went on your guide tour. The girl said you always want the tour guide said you will always want to treat the people in the calf nice because they are the people that prepare the meals. And I was just like, you know what, that is true.
Yeah, and I do that. When I go in there, I be like, hey, how you doing? Whatever. But them them ladies at the front, sometimes they be wishy-washy sometimes. Because sometimes I say, hey, how you doing? And they just act mean. But maybe it's because they ready to go. It's the middle of the day. I don't know. But the people that normally like do the food and all that, most of them are nice. So I don't really do too much, but I'm nice. Like I'm not. It'd be a lot of people that come in there and they just be. That's what I've been saying, doing the most, trying to cause a scene and act crazy. Why is you doing all that? These people ain't did nothing to you.
Because they don't know any better. But how about your first week with the bus driver, the shuttle driver had you in the air?
Bro, that was so sick, bro. I think it was the first day of classes. The lady, she literally was driving like it was a magic school bus. Like she literally had us in the air. Like we were flying in the air. I was like, it's just no way. It's no way. She
Put a
blasted her
cigarette.
music. Yeah, blast cigarette in the mouth. I said, mm-mm. And after that, that was the end of my day. I said, my head is hurting, stomach's hurting. Just get me home, please. Because this is too much. I can't. She ain't work after that first week. She didn't.
Jay called me and she had, I want to say Ludacris or somebody, it was blasting. Like, I was
It's
just
some-
like,
It was
Jay,
so
what's
insane.
going on?
I'm saying they all of them drive like that. They just drive so crazy. I don't understand it. I was just like, Jesus, just that's why so many accidents and stuff down here. They can't drive. They can't do nothing right.
Oh man, that's funny. Hilarious. Yes, sir, girl. But it's been a good experience for you, I guess. You won't always agree to that when you're going through it, but it is funny, you know.
It's definitely funny. That's all I can do at this point is laugh. Cause laugh to keep from crying. Cause it's just I ain't gonna say it's all been bad, but it ain't all been good neither, child. It's just it's different. It's a different type of experience, especially when you're someone that is not from the area or not familiar with it. Like I dove right in. I ain't Atlanta was new for me. So when I came, I was just like, you know what? I'm not used to city life. Like this is a whole new thing. So it's definitely a lot. It's definitely a lot. Definitely a lot to think about if you're thinking about coming to college or coming to Atlanta for college, just coming to Atlanta in general. Um, like I tell people, just I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be totally real with you. I'm gonna be totally honest. And your experience most likely will not, it might not be my experience because we coming in at different times and it's just different and I'm differently built. So it's just kind of like, I just keep an open eye, keep an open mind,
Mhm.
and you'll be all right. That's what I'll be thinking. But yeah, definitely laugh to keep from crying because it's just
I pray that these last 2 years will be your best years there, and that you can walk across that stage and say, "Yeah, I love Clark Atlanta." Uh, so I'm praying for that.
walk across the stage, all right. I'm gonna walk across that stage and I'll be grateful and I'm gonna say, Lord, I thank you that I am done. Get me out of here immediately. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Yes, sir. All righty. Well, it was good talking to you during this podcast session.
Mhm.
Now, this is the time for y'all college kids to get those college applications in and go on your guides as soon as possible. It's really important to get to know your college campus that you intend to be a student at. Get to know people, administrators, let them see your face,
Mhm.
let them know what
Get
type.
you some money.
Yeah,
Get
get the
you some
money,
money. And
apply
I
for the
ain't just
scholarship.
saying just find just scholarships and stuff. Make sure if you coming into college, make sure you got some stuff saved before you hit because child, it's expensive. I don't know about every other area, but Atlanta, being a college student in Atlanta is very expensive.
Mhm.
I had to learn how to do my own hair, child, because who is paying $300, $400 for some braids that I can do myself? We is not doing that. It's crazy. It's crazy out here, y'all. People is crazy. Mm. But yeah.
The image, the upkeep, that's at any college campus. Being out in the mix and wanting to go to different places and go on these trips that the college kids want to go on. Everybody is not rich, and um
Really not.
it's okay to live a modest lifestyle. It's okay to go here and there, but I think there is an image that is presented now in life of I gotta make it seem like I have it and I really don't. So, and we don't come from that.
Sure don't, because I ain't got it, y'all. I ain't got it.
So,
Shoot.
yeah, there is no faking the funk here. So with that being said, I'm gonna continue to do what I've been doing, send my kids to college if they want to go. And if they don't, then I will support them in another process as well. That's what we have to do. If our kids come to us, that's my last thing that I will say as a parent. If our kids come to us at any point saying whatever that they want to do, we should be able to support them in a process because we are their parents. If we can, if we can afford it, if it's in our heart, but we got to support our kids because you think someone else is going to give them the same love that came from you, they're not going to. So, all right. Well, we'll talk to y'all soon. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure that you subscribe, follow, share, like,
Like
all of that.
all that.
And see y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye.